So, so till now, as part of the research methodology and scientific computing, as of now, we have discussed about. We started with the understanding of right, like collecting the literature review and making like whether your idea is existed or not. That also we have done, and then later on we also had a discussion about how to write introduction, and we also discussed about the complete structure of the research article. And today we will be discussing about how to submit. Like once you are ready with your article, the next task is you have to publish that in a, like you need to register somewhere, right? Until unless you register your idea, you cannot claim that that idea is yours. To do that, how to do that? Like we need to know that how to do, and also so just like that, we cannot submit any some normal journals, but we also should know like where, what is the quality of the journal that we are submitting, and like what is the index, what is the impact factor. So all the information we will be getting to know, and I will also show you some of the information. Like suppose you, if you decided like I wanted to submit in a particular journal, so then the tentative time, like how much time it takes from the review time to entire publication process, how much time it takes, that also we will be discussing briefly. So the ultimately the idea of today is we will be discussing how to, like you can check here, right? We will discuss how to check the journals are index high, whether they are quality journal or not. So that we have, there are two databases that we have. So most of the universities, even for the QS ranking, says if you look at, they are giving that QS ranking, world ranking universities. These world ranking universities will be given by either Scopus or Web of Science database they are considering. So in the mostly even these days you'll be looking at there are a ranking called NIRF ranking also, right? So this also has they are giving from by using the NIRF rank framework actually. So by look by if see Scopus journals are more of the particular university, but that particular university will get better rank. Similarly, the Web of Science also, if you have the number of articles and the high quality journal, then the QS ranking also, QS ranking of the particular university will get better. So the same way, like once you identify this, next step is we'll try to understand. There are two words called open access. There are two words called open access and non-open access. Non-way meaning. So the difference between these two also we will be discussing. Open access and non-open access. Open access usually will have more visibility, but the problem is these days in the foreign universities they will have the fund actually for the open access publication process. But whereas in our country we do not have open access policy in the university, so we cannot go because this is not high like more like you need to pay more money actually. So due to that, you need to decide whether the particular journal is open access or non-open access. If suppose if you are publishing in a non-open access journals, here we don't need to pay money, but still what we could do is we can have kind of we may have like concession like in the non-open access we may have subscription based, meaning we will be like once our article is accepted for the publication, then the article whatever we are having, right? If you observe, some of the article will say that if you want to access a particular article, you have to pay some money. Then only we can get that access of that particular article. So that's how whenever you see that, meaning that oh those journals are having the options like open access and non-open access. So that also we will be showing. I will be showing you with the hands-on now, and we will also discuss about some of the like once you ready with the article, then like how to submit a journal, how to submit particular article to the journal. That also we will be discussing. So once you submit the article, then it will go for review. That stage like whatever we have discussed in the earlier, right? Sometimes it may reject in the early, what are the reasons? Because the structure, whatever you have mentioned, the structure should be same. Structure of the research article should follow this strictly so that your article getting acceptance is very high. And similarly, we also need we also need to submit the covering letter. So what is meant by covering letter? Covering letter is something. that you are trying to say, you are trying to convince the editor, saying that this is the work that I am submitting to your journal. This is of high quality, so that please consider our article in our journal. That way, we will be giving some covering letter to the editor. So that also we'll discuss how to write. And at the end of the course, we will be having the assignment as we have already right. As assignment, you need to make whatever we have discussed as of now. So the whole like you need to make some article, entire structure of the research. At the end of this course, you need to have research article as in our domain. In our domain, all the information whatever we have discussed with that should make. So you have to make finally the research article. This is our ultimate goal. Okay. So till now, any doubts? I hope I'm clear with the things. So you are able to follow now. Okay, fine. Next one, we will be discussing now. Now let us see how to identify the scopus or non-scopus index journal. So let us see. So if you are in a Google, let us go to Google. The base, like you are a layman, you don't know how to check, right? So just move with the scopus.com website. Then after scopus.com, here there are options actually. You can see if suppose sometime you may need to understand the particular author profile also. In that case, you can check, like you can click on this. In the particular university, you may feel like, oh, this particular author is doing great. How you will get to know? That also we can get to know. That I will show you later. Like first we will see whether the journal that you are planning to submit it is Scopus or not. So now I will tell you, like I will show you here some of the journal. Let us say I had some journal of molecular liquids. This is the journal. So this journal now we are trying to identify whether it is in Scopus or not. If you click on this, any journal, if you know the journal name, you can just click on it. So now you could see here, like yearly the currently coverage by Scopus means this journal was there from the 1983 to till 2026. It was in the Scopus. There was no doubt. I will show you sometimes generally the researchers make they make mistakes actually. Uh, the reason is like if you see here, see by looking at this, they say that oh, if it is open here, then they feel that oh it is there Scopus. But there are journals the coverage may not be there for the particular year. That you have to check it out. So now I'll give you another example where the particular journal earlier sometime it was there and sometime it was not there. So that also we'll see. There is a journal called Journal of Nanofluids. So now by see when I type here, it is open here. You may feel that oh it was there in the Scopus, but actually it was not there right now. So that we should check it actually. So now if you go to here, you can clearly see here the Scopus coverage from the 2017 to 2021 only. After that, whatever the papers published in the journal, they may not come under the Scopus. So you have to be very careful while selecting the journal. Even though your work is very high quality, but the selection of the journal is very low quality. But there is no use because the work high quality and you are publishing in some normal predatory journals. So when you publish predatory journal, people say that oh you have done dummy work. That's why it's published in some normal journal. So that way they may think. So while selecting a journal, you have to be very careful. Is it clear? Any doubt? As of now, I think is it clear, right? I hope things are getting clear now. So what is the quality? Quality is nothing but when you look at this is the base quality of the any journal. I'll show you now one more indexing that is like Web of Science. The Web of Science that is maintained by JCR, Journal Citation Report. So you can check it out there, like how the rank and what are the like whether it is in Web of Science, all the information you can get to know from there. So you can also see now another page. This is the minimum quality. Scopus is the minimum quality for the any journal. So if you could able to publish in a Scopus journal also fine. That is the minimum base quality actually. Now, if you look at here, Web of Science also have different categories, depends on the domain. Uh, And mostly the engineering and science will have the same like SCI and SCIE index journals. So in the Web of Science, so when you click on this, when you open this page, right, from here we can get to know whether the particular journal is in Web of Science or not. So I'll type now, journal of none of links, let us see. Now you could see here, it was in the Web of Science, but not SCI. It is saying Emerging Source Citation Index. So this is another indexing again. So you have to be very careful whether you are submitting your journal in SCIE or SCIE. You can, these are the indexing actually databases. Science Citation Index expanded. Social science, because those who are working in the social sciences, for them indexing is SSCI. Social Sciences Citation Index. If you are working in the humanities, Arts and Humanities Citation Index. And if you are working in like this ESCI is recently they have given, like some journal, they may be just started and the journal, the particular journal is performing well, like maintaining the high standards. Then those journals will comes under the ESCI. But these journals they come in future in SCI, but it takes long time to get into SCI. So, but ultimately, the thing is like while submitting, when you submit your article, right, where you have published, that is only the matter, right? So that is why always better to submit in SCIE. This is the high standard of the article standard. So now I have typed here, this it was in the Emerging Source Citation Index. Now I will be giving you another title name, Engineering Applications of Artificial Intelligence. This is a journal name. I want to know whether it is in high standard or not, right? Right. So if you look at here, engineering applications of artificial intelligence, in the journal, sometimes you may not know the exact names, right? Then how to select the journals also? That also we'll discuss now. I will show you now the manuscript actually, right? This was the manuscript that I had. We made actually. Let us say. So by looking at the title also, we can get to know what are the related journals that I will show you in coming slide. So now, right now, you try to understand the quality of the journal in SCI is a very high standard actually. And also here you can see actually there are information called any article will have, any journal will have the publisher name and ISSN number and where it has been indexed. So these are very, very important while selecting your journal. So this is high quality journal. So you can submit in this journal. And if you want to have look at complete information, we do not have access right now. So we cannot get like whether it is a Q1 or Q2 that we can get to know from sources, but right now we do not have access actually. I'll try to show you something other information. Like you can also get to know the university information, all the information can be there. Okay, such journals now can we can hear. And also I will tell you another blunder mistake that we do. Journal of molecular liquids. So now if you see, it was there in the earlier of molecular liquids. There are many. There is a journal name called molecular liquids. Otherwise, if you doesn't know this, it is showing many, right? So in that case, what you can do, you can just take, if you have a doubt, like you can just take the journal name, copy paste on the Google, we'll get ISSN, right? We'll go with ISSN now. So when you verify with ISSN, we can get to know exactly whether that particular journal is there or not, right? So we could see the end of the page. This is the ISSN number. There was an online version and printed version. There are two versions we have. So both we can verify that. Now if I type here ISSN, so it is not coming. So let us try with the print version. So I will go print version. So now you can see. Meaning, so earlier it was there in the Q1. Sometime what happened is this is high standard journal actually. It's a Panata. What happened like by looking at this, we can feel that oh it was there in the SCI, like no need to check that way we may feel like. But see, day by day things are changing. So doesn't mean that like now you may be getting the topper and all the time that you conduct the exams you will not be the topper, right? As grows, we will also lose the memory loss, right? So we lose our memory thinking capacity. So that in the same process, the journals also will go sometime from the web options or scopus. That we have to verify every time, each and every time we have to verify and then submit it to the journals. Okay. So like you can see, as I mentioned, there is each journal has this is the publisher name, right? Science elsewhere is the publisher, and these are promoting Science Direct actually. We call it as Science Direct. And here, Journal of Molecular Equation is the journal name. And we could see here there is a supports open access, meaning once the article is accepted for publication, this journal has two options. Whether you want to have open access, meaning you have to pay some money and then you can really avail. So some money means you can see here there is a IPC charges also. $3,000 minimum. 3,000 US dollars means almost more than we get 2 lakhs, right? So by paying 2 lakhs, you don't need to make as a subscription based, right? That is why try to make it as a open like subscription based, so that you don't need to pay single rupee also. Is it clear? So instead of having open access, you can have support or subscription basis. If you select that, you will not have any. So you can see here subscription means no publication fee charged to authors, and publishers are immediately available to subscribers. They will sell our paper to others actually. So this is how the open access and non-open access works actually in general, right? So I hope as of now, what we have done, we have tried to understand the scope about the Scopus database and Web of Science database. Is it clear? Any doubt in this? And then we also try to understand the difference between the open access and non-open access like things, right? The terminologies. And then the next stage, we will also see by once you are ready with your article, right? Ready with article, you need to decide how to get the journal link. So there are some online sources are there. See, you made your article ready. You don't know where to submit, right? You are layman, like you are just beginning. You are beginning as a researcher, right? So that is where like we have a website called Journal Finder in either Springer or even in the uh, even we have in elsewhere also Journal Finder. So we can open that web page actually Journal Finder is. So if you click on this, the two options are there, even here are there. So now I will be selecting the title of my article actually. Let us say I have done with my article and I made my article title and the entire information is ready. Now I want to I'm ready for submit to some journal. So I will be selecting. You see, when you click on this, you may be looking at this page. Maybe you may reach this page and then you can see here. If you have abstract ready, you can copy paste abstract. Otherwise, sometimes if you have a title, just type the title here. Then find journals and click on find journals.
అది కుద్దాలంటే అయితే మరి షార్ట్ ఫిలిం చేసినాం ఫస్ట్ ఇయర్ లా షార్ట్ ఫిలిం అంటే మన ఏంటిది ఒక యాక్టివిటీ అన్నట్టు అది 50.
Yeah. Okay, fine. Find the journal finder. What is that? All journals we need first time. Corresponding authors institution. Uh, let us say we'll type our first email. So if you type university, it is asking the corresponding author institution name. Just select that. and click on find journal. Let us see here. Then copy paste the title, select your registration. Sorry, my registration is not listed. Okay, find journals. So see now it has given there are a lot of journal names because I have given the title actually this title. So then you can see there is a some journal called Russian Physics Journal. So meaning it is this journal is a hybrid publishing mode, meaning we will have a both like open access and non-open access versions, but you should decide how you want to publish. And they have not given the median time, meaning which means whatever the decision they were considering, right? So they're not following the like exact some average time. Sometimes some journal may take 2 years, sometimes some journal may take 1 year, sometimes only 2 months or 1 month. So this is how things are there. That is why it is saying like not available. Means exactly they're not able to predict how this particular journal is behaving, right? So that is why on areas, what kind of areas it is going to take. So you can see here astronomy physics and laser, so nuclear physics, theoretical and mathematical and computational physics. So this is how we should be, see while submitting your article. Like you, whether your work is related to any application field, then only you have to submit this journal because it has given from the title only. So anyway, they are related actually. And Discover Nano. So Discover Nano is also the open access model. It is very, you have to be very careful. If you want to know about the publication charge, you can see in the right hand side how publication charge is also. How much if you want to have open access meaning you have only one option. You cannot escape from the payment mode. So here we have hybrid mode. Hybrid version meaning you have two options like whether you can make a open access or non-open access. Both can be done. And similarly, if you see here, this journal has open access and impact factor is 6.7, and this is taking 21 days to because it is responding very quick. But it once accept the paper, and even though the impact factor is also good, impact factor is there, but it is open access. Once the paper accepted for publication, one has to pay money. That is like they have given here, right? In 1.5 GP9, some maybe they may give some discount also. So in terms of dollars, if you look at $2,000 minimum around $2,000 is there after acceptance of your article. You have to pay and then you have to publish. And meaning like your idea you have to register in a online source. Because once you publish in any journal, that will be there whole life. Not only whole life. If you die also, other people also can see, oh, this is the author, this is the famous author from those days. That way one can verify actually. And this journal also you can see hybrid. Hybrid means it has both options. Whether you want to go with the open access or non-open access, this is up to you. And here you can see the timing not available. And impact factor is 0.5. It has having very less quality. And these are the areas that is going to consider actually, right? And next one is we can see journal of thermal analysis and calorimetry. It's also hybrid model, and we have 4.1 impact and 49 days minimum average. They are considering the for the publication like review process, peer review process. And this is also hybrid model in there, but it is taking only 6 days to get things done. And it doesn't have impact factor, meaning it may not be high quality. So that way you have to decide and then you need to proceed further. I hope you understand how to identify the journals, right? Once you done with their entire article structuring and when you also have given some means, you have made with the title, abstract, everything. Then you can just make copy paste in the journal finder website, and then you can get all the journal names here. So this is how you have to select your high quality journal. Means once you see here, you have to verify again whether it is in a Scopus or not, whether it is Web of Science or not. Then only you can go further. So this is how we will verify whether our journal is in Scopus or not. And next one is now we will discuss now while submission. Like while submission, we need to write some covering letter. I said right. Let us say we will submit one article to the journal, then you will understand. Like while submitting, you may be getting to know how to submit all this information, right? So that is why I will make a cover letter also. Now, anyway, for this title it has come. So I will just make slight changes in this. I'll remove again. So I will be moving here. Yeah. So here, from here I have decided I wanted to submit in some journal, right? So that is I am selecting. Let us say I want free journal. I don't want to pay any money, and I have to see. Like let us say I will be selecting this, right? Let us click on this. Then it is going to take you some new page. Click here. You have to go to the submission folder, right? We have author instructions. And that means if you want to look at submission guideline, sometimes we may have guidelines for each article. Actually, you click on this pre-submission checklist. What are the things required? So we have done with language editing, records and tables are there, choosing the journal and publication and funding. So all this information we have to mention. You can also see there is option called what editors looks for. You click on this, you can get to know what actually editor will see, right? So initially he will is going to verify whether the journal means article work that you have done that you submit in a proper journal or not. Okay. Otherwise, whether it is advanced recent work or not, and whether the like it acts as an active research in that particular field or not, and whether they have followed the journal submission guidelines or not. So and the language also they will see, and they will also check these days ethical standards actually. So ethical standards also are very important actually. Next, once you verify this, we will be checking this, submitting our journal of paper. So I will submit this actually. I have to do sign up. Submission guidelines. Okay. Manuscript submission. You have to prepare according to this format actually. You have to check this and then you need to prepare. Okay. So there is option called grammar check also. Showing here. Oh, okay. I was already logged in. Okay. Here there is option. Okay. Agree. We can log in with this page. See, while login, you have three options actually. Like see, before proceeding, one has, like when you start your career as a researcher, first thing that you should do is how to create ORCID. So you can just click on this, you can create account there, ORCID. So it is, this is the common researcher, like online, means online researcher common identification actually. So it is going to generate each person as a unique ID. From that, it is going to identify, oh, this particular author is researcher. Means when you like, for a particular for a particular period of time, we have to add our article. After some time, it is going to learn from the things, right? Then automatically, if you publish some article, it is going to add there. Like you can see open researcher and contributor ID identification. So it is going to show like easily the exact your ID. That's why you have to create with your ORC ID all the time. You click on this. So this is the ID that I had. So I'm just signing this. If you doesn't have, you can just click on sign up and create account first time, because this ID will be same for entire whole life. Once you create a OAuth ID, that is same, cannot change again. So this is actually Russian journal. Should send the editorial board of the Russian language journal, not to Springer or the following others. Okay, this has been changed actually. So that is why we are not able to get the access. Okay. We'll check. We will select another journal actually. Okay, let us say we can take this journal. Thermal analysis and telemetry. So you see now there is option called submit a manuscript. Submit your manuscript, right? So yeah, click on once because I already logged in with the OAuth. It is a Springer, so automatically it's there actually, right? So now I'm selecting. Before when you start, you should be very careful. All these things you have been made separately according to journal standards. So now, suppose if you are writing, if you are submitting research article, select the research article. Otherwise, if you are submitting the review article, select as a review article. I hope it is clear, right? So when you click on this, and we are submitting a research article, so you can and then start submission. Select the research and then start submission. And then there are instructions actually. Instruction meaning there are two ways of the people usually submit actually. One is in a Word document, another one is latex document, latex format. So before submitting, we have to very carefully, we have to check actually. So now we have an option called upload manuscript. You can click on this, upload manuscript. So I have made my article is here, right? So let us say I will change slightly title here. I will be making in this way. Then submit this. So now I have to select this where it is there. Wherever the folder is there, you have to take from there. So upload manuscript. I am uploading the manuscript. So once you're done with this, the next option is sometimes some journal may ask you the upload figures separately, but here they have given as optional. Meaning the the manuscript, whatever I made, that has been made here itself, right? All the information is there. You can check it out. Okay, results and the descriptions file. You can also see the tables, all the information related to the research article we have mentioned at one place, and then we have uploaded. So then it is fine. Sometimes some journal specifically they will ask you to separate the figures separately and tables separately. You have to upload and supplementary material. Suppose sometime what happens is, what is meant by supplementary material? Why this option is there? Like usually, sometime what happens? Some of the researchers, those who are working in the data, like mostly from the CSK background, so you have to be very careful. The data, if you take from some particular source, you have to upload the particular data also here. If you are not following from external sources, and if you have been generated from yourself, then no need separately data because that data is already available in the manuscript. But suppose if you use some external sources, that you have to give as a supplementary material most of the time. And suppose if you have another other than the supplementary material, you want to show something, then the related articles also you can submit here, like lab validation. You can see if the like maybe having authorship overlapping if you have, so all the information that can be uploaded here. If you have, that is optional actually. And we'll go to next. And now it is asking you the collection means like which domain your article, whatever you have done, that is comes under. So that we have to select actually. Mm, There are some special issue. Okay, this is optional actually. Meaning, sometime what happen is, suppose I am the person actually, I want to have some proposal, like by showing I have some idea related to ideas, all should be there at one place. I will be the editor. Means there are sub collections. So the particular guest editors, the guest editors will suggest some title accordingly. According to these titles, suppose if our work is related to this title, we can submit here and then we can move forward like. So otherwise, what we have to do, we have to manually have to submit here in the journal normal. normal only. Like we are not submitting any kind of special issue. That's what the meaning here. Okay. So now when you submit here, you can see the title. We have to copy paste, right? Just select the title and paste there. So I'm just making the title here, abstract here, abstract here. So abstract also. Because abstract, it should appear for your manuscript file also the same. That's what they're mentioning. So when you copy paste abstract, you can no need to copy abstract because already there. So next once you done, see this is the covering letter. This also plays an important role. We have to describe, outlining your research, explain about your work, right? So that is why these days the cover letter has become high priority, right? High priority. So now you could see, you can use now anyway, A is there. So we can make use of the A. Say that like I want the cover letter provide in this format. Like let us take this cover letter, right? Cover letter is the same. And cover letter we are copy and pasting. Let's see, you can have some place where you can see. Yeah. So if you paste here, now I want what is the title of the article, journal, title of the journal, title of the manuscript, right? Not journal, sorry. Title of the manuscript. You just copy paste, or you can write manually also. For good able. Because anyway nowadays AI tools are there. About this article, I need covering letter. Just ask, it is going to suggest that. So yeah, we have to copy paste in a Word document actually. Like new Word document there, blank document. So right here, title as covering letter for submission of original article. So I will be making some formatting also. I will be. So make always bold and make it a center. And then after this, right here, then on the left side, you can do the date also. When you are submitting, right? That one. And June 2026. Fine. So now, two, two is editor in chief. Editor in chief. Next, the journal name will come. Journal name. So I will be submitting the writing this actually. Generally it has given. Generally it has given actually. Copy paste actually in here. And if you are a corresponding author, you can write about yourself. Otherwise, if you are submitting on behalf of other author, you have to write that. It is clear. Okay. So original format it is. So you have to be very careful while editing this. Let us make it as normal. Okay. This one we can make it as center. Now make it as bold. Okay. Editor in chief. You can also editor in chief. You have to write the journal name. Journal of, because we are submitting in a journal of thermal analysis and calorimetry. And the publisher is Springer. Publisher is Springer. So So we'll be having this the same journal name. You can paste me. So was there journal name? Okay, fine. Okay. So these are maintain the uniformity. Just like don't maintain. Actually. So you have to see whether the whatever the content that is there is whether it has been related to this or not. And actually fine. And we could confirm that this manuscript is original, not published here. So we have to write the journal name. So this step people just copy paste actually things. You have to be very careful while dealing with it. Journal of thermal analysis and calorimetry. Calorimetry. See the journal name, but we have separated. Okay. Fine. The journal name will be spelling mistakes. This is how you have to maintain actually. So just copy and select the there's a function. Okay, fine. Fine. So this is